Good question. I think a lot of stuff, John. I think probably the biggest thing is the relationships. I think these kids all get along really, really well. I think they've really grown with each other. So I'm thankful for just the type of kids we have in our program. Really good people.
Your free throw shooting has been a lot better the last couple of games. Tell me about that and how much the repetition you're seeing those guys get that muscle memory down.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's you're about a quarter of the season done so far. We only get 31 games. We've played six. I don't think anybody's happy with where our offense is at. But I also don't think anybody's hitting the panic button. You're seeing a lot of teams across the country struggle. The only way to fix that is repetition. Get in the gym, get shots, concentrate, and do it all over again. When I left late last night, we had three or four guys in here shooting the ball. So I think it's the guys that work at it. They'll shoot it better. But I think, a free throw line's a lot of concentration. Just getting up there, relaxing, taking a deep breath, getting in your rhythm, and knocking down the shots. And, DQ went there 20 times, set a school record for attempts and tied for makes. So, that was a big key of the game. We've shot 16 more free throws than our opponents, something that we've really tried to work on the offensive side. Last year it was very lopsided. The other side of that is, John, we're not fouling as much. So last year we averaged 21 fouls a game. This year we averaged 16. So we're winning the free throw battle, and I think that's an important battle in our game.
How, you mentioned at the start of the season, Jared, the new 3 points. How much is that? Have you noticed a big difference in the corners?
Yeah, I mean, most of the coaches I've talked to have said that, all of us are still trying to get used to it. It's definitely a difference. I was a shooter myself, and just shooting from last year, this year, before practice or after practice with guys, or just shooting myself, there is a difference. There's no doubt about it. So I think as the season goes, the numbers will get better. I thought our shot selection down at Upstate was much better. Not as many shots off the dribble from three, more step-ins. You got to get paint touches, and the way you get paint touches is you got to drive the ball, and then you've got to look for your teammate. And we got some of those in crucial times. Jelani made a big shot. Other guys certainly made some big shots. Tyler Foster was a really nice spark in the second half. Came in, had 5 quick points. It was good to see him see the ball go through the basket. So it'll get better. I know it's been hard to watch as a fan. It's been hard on our guys, but we're finding a way to win, and I think that's what's important. Is when you're not shooting, you got to be able to do other things. And right now, we're defending. We're rebounding. We're turning people over. We're doing a lot of things that are important to basketball.
As far as Darius Quisenberry goes, tell me about when he drives into the basket, how much he creates, not only for himself, but for the entire offense.
Yeah, I think anytime you can have guys that can get downhill, go north-south, put pressure on the rim, put pressure on the defense, it opens things up. We've played a few teams that have had multiple guys. University of Akron's got 2 really good ones in Jackson and Cheese. Those guys open up a lot for their teammates. So I think that's a big piece to the puzzle is when guys can get where they want to go, pick their spots, come out of a pick and roll, play in transition, and have that ability to not only finish for yourself, but to get others involved. That makes you a really dynamic player. And I think that's something that we've been really drilling with our guys a lot.
As far as Nas Bohannon goes, tell me about his consistency, not only around the boards, but able to create other things for other people.
Yeah, we ask a lot of Nas, not only offensively but defensively. I think he's done a really nice job this year of really taking the scouting reports to heart, really listening, applying that in the game. We chart a lot of stuff on defense, shot contests, defensive rebounding, a lot of things, not only collectively but individually, and we try to hold our guys accountable after each and every game. We have measuring formula, how productive you were in the game. If you were in the red, it means that you weren't nearly as good as you need to be, and we want a lot of our guys in the green. That means they're guarding the ball, they're contesting shots, they're not letting their man score the ball. And Nas lately has really, really done a phenomenal job of that. And I think all of our guys are getting better. They're holding themselves more accountable. They're starting to understand the little nuances in basketball that can help you win, and just develop some championship habits, finish plays. And really how we won the game at Upstate was our defense. Obviously Darius getting to that free throw line as many times as he did really, really helped us. But we closed that game out with our defense. Our offense was struggling, and to go on the road and win a game like that, to hold a team at home in the low 60s, that's a really nice sign. Yeah, the interesting thing about this team is, I think they're really good. But what's interesting to me is it's one of our biggest gates. When you look at our attendance and you study over a 3-year span since we've been here, and I'm not sure when Coach Slocum was here, but it's been a great draw. And that's why we play the game, because it's a local team. We have good relationships with Coach Shiroki and even their assistants, and they bring a lot of fans to the game. So I think there's some interest. I would expect Wednesday they'll have their pre-party like they always do before the game. And it's a team that knows how to play. They've had some success. They're 4-1. They share the ball. They have 2 or 3 guys in double figures, well coached. And, as I tell our guys, man, what we've learned early in college basketball is anybody can beat anybody on any given night. There's been more mid-major to low-major teams beat high-major teams this year at this point in the season probably than any time in the country. The number 1 team went down to Evansville about 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. So you've got to be ready to play. It doesn't matter who you're playing. These guys are coached. These guys practice. These guys are good. So we expect, we got to have 2 good days of prep.